definitely. I mean, we see the Esport ban once again. I feel like Onic did that last time, not AP Bren. So I mean, still a good go.
Well, and the Esport would have been a decent answer to the Fermies as well. Onic has already picked up a few with the Minotaur and the Lilia. They opt to go for the Brody here instead of the Claude, which, okay. I mean, the Brody does pack a punch. Yeah, definitely a little interesting. I mean, it's not a horrible pick. Definitely needs some scale. I mean, it definitely needs, like, Brody has kind of the snowball effect. I think if Brody dies, if Brody gets picked off in early game, it can be a very rough game for Brody. If Brody picks up a kill or two in the early game, he can be very deadly.
I could see it. I feel like what is AP Bren's response, right? Like, I mean, to be honest,
whatever they want.
Yeah.
Whatever they want,
God.
man.
Whatever they want. This is their game. No, I mean, the Claude, the Carrion and the Angela.
Oh, man. They're getting spicy. Support Angela, mid Fermies, or support Fermies, mid Angela. Putting a lot on the line. I mean, my guess is it's going to end up being a mid Fermies, because eventually Fermies damage does get pretty crazy. Well, the sustainability on this team right now, and just the combinations of the Angela Basha, Angela CC, Angela Carry, all of it looks good right now. Onic picks up another big AoE hero, trying to counteract everything that AP Bren is going to bring.
Yeah, I think they're really focusing on, like, the speed aspect, especially with the Angela and the Basha. I mean, you can already see a lot of Onyx, like, team comp relies on, like, hitting your target, right? And I guess if target's not there to hit, like, it's going to be a little bit harder to go about. And I feel like that's what the Lilia is going to have a hard time on. But again, I mean, it's a fair miss. You got an Angela. Like, I feel like if I was Onic, like, I need to start baiting out utilities left and right when I can.
Most definitely. And now, with it, the wait is finally over. We're going to be jumping into match point. And like you said, the draft, I think a big win con for the side of Onic here is going to be some early game aggression. You got a pretty squishy mid side on the side of AP Bren, right? You don't have a big heavy roam. You've got a Fermies and an Angela. On the other hand, look at Onic, and they've got the Minotaur and the Lilia. We know how deadly this combination can be. We saw it from Fireflux before. It's one of the ways that they won their games. It is definitely something that you can get into the face of your enemies. And Onic needs to make sure that just because they took some harsh losses, they got taken advantage of in game 1 and 2, they need to not be scared to get aggressive, because I think that could be huge for them here, trying to immediately shut down the pace of AP Bren.
True. And I mean, it is what it is, and we will find out as I think we're going to be diving into the Land of Dawn after we look at the crowd for one final last time, possibly.
Whoa. Yeah, good save. Possibly.
Look at is the crowd like mixtures of happy
Shout out to
sad?
Musa Mafia.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure those are chat people's names, like people's names above the robots.
That is
Games of Future
cool.
is calling you all bots right now.
That guy is cheesing.
He's feeling good. He's ready for the game. I'm ready for the game. Hopefully we didn't jump right into a pause. We'll see.
Possibly.
Taking our time.
This arena is massive.
This arena is pretty massive. We need some more seats full, though, man. Where's all the Bob? We got Reza, Farizi.
Look at that guy.
These guys, I love how these guys take each other out at the same exact time. We're back.
Oh.
Back on screen, baby.
We're the arena. What's up, guys?
Want to go, bro?
What side you on? No. I mean, we would be battling on the mid there. Apparently, the arena is mid lane only. Mid lane, everybody goes mid.
Everybody goes mid. Wow. It's like a brawl. It's like a brawl.
Yeah.
Big brawl battle.
It's going to be more of like a ranked brawl, but yeah.
Ranked brawl.
Yeah, ranked brawl.
But what? You thought we were about to jump into the Land of Dawn?
Nope.
We saw the portal. You thought
The notifications are going off the chart.
Oh, first blood! First blood!
We're in the lane.
We made it!
Let's go, baby.
Here we go!
Let's
For the love of God, I'm about to toss my chair around. That's what I'm talking about, boys. Onic also starting off aggressive. First blood onto Oakwin already.
Let's get it. Let's get it. First blood onto Onic. Who got it, though? The Sun. Okay, the Lilia. Let's get it. Mid lane slaying. All right, I like it.
We're about to get wild, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm telling you. Last day of the grand finals. Let's
Games of future, baby.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes. We can see. Let's take a look at some of the win conditions here, right? So I think really what's coming down is that Ugwin ended up getting taken out, right? Early stage. That's a little rough for an Angela, but not going to be the make it or break it for team comp. I mean, Kyle Teesy's level 3, while we're looking at Kyrie's level 4. So we're already seeing a little bit of a jungle difference for the side of Onic, which is good, right? I mean, you got 14 seconds to the next turtle, but that's what you want to see into the early stage. And when you're dealing with a Bosch, that's just what you want to do. You want to out jungle him because he has a lot of pressure.
Most definitely, but AP Bren not trying to let up. A little bit of dash through. Boots able to get a bit of damage on a Flap Teasy there. Basan's also taking a face full of yo-yos. Back of the turtle. Kyle Teasy able to take it right out of Kyrie's hands. Well played from AP Bren, keeping himself in the game, and that's what they do. Even when they're behind, they make sure that they get the objective where they need it to make sure the goal doesn't get too far away.
Yeah, and so what I'm really seeing right now is that everybody's roughly about even, right? I mean, first turtle, was that going over to the side of Onic?
First turtle, no, over the side of AP Bren. Over the side of AP Bren.
AP Bren. Okay, so Retri was able to be landed. AP Bren coming out on top there. And I think this is what was happening in the last game, right? Like, it was just a little bit hard for Kyrie to hit these Retries, and I'm not quite sure what could be causing that. I mean, AP just able to zone and properly keep them at bay. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be a little bit of a trouble for Onic. Now, Onic's side, right? They have the sustainability. They have, like you were saying, I mean, they have damage. I just don't know if it's going to be enough to penetrate a Fairmisk Coulter, and I'm not even quite sure if it's going to be able to get past the Angela, right? Like, I just feel like the whole comp of AP Bren is thick. Like, look.
Yeah, a little bit of a play up top. Boots in a bit of trouble here. Gonna go down. Flap Teasy able to pick up the kill. Now, on the side of Onic, they got to respond 1-1. AP Bren has taken the gold lead. Is this the Bren effect? Is this the switch that flips?
I think this is the switch that gets flipped.
That was a tongue twister.
That was a tongue. I was like, hold up. Like, what did you just say? Yeah, it was definitely
we've been here a while.
Twister.
It's zero IQ desk right now. We're on the zero IQ desk. We're vibing. We're feeling it. Let's go.
We're just vibing at this point, 100%. We can already see. I like this, right, from the side of Onic. They're already setting up this turtle, but they have to be able to secure this turtle. Let's see it, Kyrie.
Kyrie
they get it.
Trying to get the zone onto Flap Teasy. Kyle Teasy, though, making his way around. Boots looking for an angle as well, able to dash through. Kyle Teasy comes in, but no Fury connects, and the flicker gets the knock up. Keyboy able to pull another one, but the damage is shredding him down. Boots gonna be the next to fall. Super Marco picking up the kill. Kyrie able to take it, though. They're trying to fight back. Albert in the backside doesn't have the torn apart memories anymore. It's 2 for 1 right now. Onic finds the turtle, but loses the extra member.
I mean, not too bad. We can kind of look at what the engage entailed here. The Minerals Rage with a flicker definitely secured quite a bit of CC for the side of Onic, but then the final slash connects. And then, of course, the torn apart memories just take down AP Bren little by little, and Albert was able to take out Kaltizi. I feel like that was the grace that they can get. That's a little bit of the breathing room Onic needed, and that just that just slows down the enemy jungle a little bit. And Bashia is able to just jungle crazy. We can kind of take a look at some of the items. Molten cores picked up by both jungles, which are clutch. And then you're also looking at Albert. Already has the Blade of Hep, which is just insane first poke damage. So again, Onic could be doing a little bit of peel here. We can already see it's 2v2 in the gold lane. I think the Brody right now is definitely winning against the carry, but I think Super Marco is definitely going to be coming out on top when it comes into the mid to late game, but we'll see. I think it's going to come down to Keyboy just giving that pressure and helping his gold lane.
All right, now both teams still making work. AP Bren has definitely bought some time. You mentioned that, and I think that's exactly what they needed. Super Marco getting plenty of time to scale. Flap TZ already having the War Axe in, not having to go super defensive in the beginning, kind of like what we saw for Boots previously when he had to pick up the Dread armor before he got the War Axe. This means that Flap TZ is going to be able to kind of play the front line, and when you have something like the Fermis paired up with you, that you can just hang out even longer and just continuously harass with that skill, it becomes a problem. But second turtle, now, or third turtle now in, we're 6 minutes in. Gold still at an immediate tie. They're looking for Flap TZ here. Albert able to get a couple of free shots here. Keyboy with the Minoan's Fury once again gets him knocked up with the Netherrealm. Connects Kyrie, able to take the turtle. Heartguard does lock on to Flap TZ. He's going to be able to unload. A little bit of damage. The Torpar Memories comes off, but still no kills for the side of Onic. AP Bren able to disengage well. Neither team losing a member.
They're definitely holding on very well, though. You can already see. I love the read by Super Marco. That must have just been Flap TZ that was able to give that call out. But it is, again, going to give up the turret here. From the side of Onic, they need to keep this pressure going. Like, they're able to secure neutral objectives. They've taken a tower already, which I think they just need to continue that focus. And if they can continue that, then AP Bren will be kind of pushed back against the wall. Now, what I think's really coming in on AP Bren's side is that they are kind of lacking a little bit of damage. It could be that we see the Fermis going with a Quantum Charge, which is a little interesting for a mid lane, I would say. Just looking to be engaging and being in the battle. So I think they're really relying on Super Marco, which again, I mean, he's 1-0-1. He could still get there, but I think it's going to come into the mid to late game.
I mean, if AP Bren gets the time,
Top
they will
lane.
definitely become a problem. A little bit of damage on Flap TZ. A nice knock up, but the Heartguard comes in the nick of time, but Albert gives him a face full of torn apart memories. Onic finally starting to have the advantage in a map, but they still have to be careful. As we always say, AP Bren could make the strike at any moment.
Yeah, but I love that they're going back to the fundamentals, right? Like, they're just securing neutral objectives, taking towers, because I felt like maybe they listened to us. Like, they just weren't secure in towers in the first and second game, and we're seeing that time around. Towers don't always mean wins, but it also allows you to punish a team when they overextend during Lord fights and, you know, other things like this. But this is where AP Bren normally flicks the switch. So this is where we're going to have to watch out. First Lord is here. Can AP Bren flick the switch, Trex?
We'll see. It's definitely a possibility. Super Marco hasn't taken a death, can still pack a punch. The only problem is AP Bren doesn't have that much. Oh my God, never mind. I was going to say not that much damage, but look at Flap TZ shredding down San. San's forced to use the black shoes before the Lord fight. Lord down about 20%. Here comes Minoan's Fury, the flicker once again. Every time, time after time. Onic now trying to clean up. A Keyboy goes down few, able to pick up the kill. Albert gonna be next, but he finds a kill on a Kyle TZ just in time. Kyrie able to take the Lord. But he loses 2 members. 3 members make it. AP Bren standing kind of on top. I think it could be a win because they're gonna get a tower here. Onic, yes, they get the Lord, but at what cost?
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see at what cost the final slash did come out, and it kind of offset AP Bren there. Torn apart memories definitely took them down low. I think they kind of like tunnel focused right there, and then they forgot that Kyrie was in the center of board pit and was still there, and he was low HP. They could have definitely jumped on him, so a little bit of a mistake by AP Bren. I mean, they were able to take out Albert, but again, they lost the Lord, took a mid tower. They need to kind of focus up and take the left and right tower as well. Looks like they might be trading the mid tower here as they're trying to come in to save it.
Yeah, Onic wants to go for it. They've lost their whole mid, so their side is honestly a bit more open in a sense. They need to try to crack this tier 3. It's going to be huge for them. Since they've taken so much on the sides, it's going to be, if they can crack that tier 3, it definitely opens things up, because right now they're still stuck in the bottleneck of rotating around the map. The moment they get that, it gives them a lot more freedom to be the aggressive team that they want to be.
I feel like what's causing a real problem for AP Bren at this point is that Lilia's Ice Queen one. Like, it's just slowing down the team to a crawl, and it's allowing Albert to scale. Now, he did take a death there, and you can kind of see, I like this. They're focusing now on the turrets. I mean, there's not much else on the map to kind of focus on. Kind of put a little bit of pressure, but you got to remember that you're missing towers as well, so overextending could be a little bit of a problem and something that Onic can capitalize on. We'll see. 65 seconds to the next Lord. It's wild.
I mean, at this point, Onic has to be careful still. Flapteasy is becoming a menace. We saw the damage that Flapteasy did, able to get the kill on Albert earlier, able to keep Sans away. Positioning is going to be key, and they gotta catch Flapteasy, because he's the big damage dealer right now. And I think what they're doing is they're using that Minoan's Fury to make sure that Kyrie secures the Lord, which is important. It is huge, but if they continue to not catch some of the damage dealers of AP Bren, they're going to continue to get shredded. Look at that. CC should not be allowed in this game. She's a monster right now. Once she gets War Axe in, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been beat up by a yo-yo, but I can only imagine it would be a little rough. But yeah, I mean, kind of looking at AP Bren, they're taking it slow this time around. Again, trying to be calculated. The next Lord is up. This one, if I'm not mistaken, should be a little enhanced. So this is something that AP Bren's going to want to get, and Onic is definitely going to get. So we got to watch out for Keyboy. His positioning in that Minnow's Rage has been the key factor for Onic's plays right here. But if they're able to whittle him down and maybe make a different play, we could see something big here.
Yeah, the Keyboy is kind of switching it up a little bit, trying to give Sans a little bit of space. He's going to get pulled back in. Kyrie and Kyle Teasy, foes of their time, facing off on this Lord again. Ogwin. See, here's the great thing about the Angela, right? Yeah, because she can heart guard at any moment and be in the fight, and that's one of the tough things about going against an Angela, is you constantly have to worry about that, because Angela doesn't really have to be in the 5v5 until she pops the heart guard. Onic gonna reset the Lord. Kyle Teasy making an engage. Kyrie able to get the taunt. Out comes the Nether Realm. That could be huge. Black shoes for Sans. A little more damage. Oh, there's the flicker. Can they catch one? Not yet. Flapteasy does get the heart guard. They're looking for a little bit more damage. Onic still taking this slow, but minions are on their inhibitor in the bot lane. Someone's got to go back, and they choose to make it Sans. Kyrie going to try to make his way in. Kyle Teasy there as well. Heart guard going to be gone. No Nether Realm for the side of AP Bren either. Still several ults for the side of Onic. I think they need to maybe try to force this now before the clocks start ticking and the cooldowns are up. But Onic doesn't want to rush this. They don't want to force it.
Yeah, what it seems like is that they're just buying time at this point just to be able to push towers in against Onic. And Onic, I mean, they are, you know, pushing the lanes in as well. Left lane's kind of pushed pretty far for them, but I feel like their control, AP Bren's controlling the lanes a little bit better. Lord kind of low. Are they going to be able to opt to reset it or not? Oh, the
Kyle
zonage.
Teasy takes this Lord. I'm going to lose my freaking mind. He gets stunned. A final slash. Pushes him to the side. Can they do it? Keyboy actually able to take it with no one's fury. But AP Bren, not quite done yet. Still unloading. Finally, Flap Teasy goes down. He's been a nuisance to the team for a while. But now Keyboy goes 1 for 1. Onic finally coming out on top in a Lord fight.
I mean, right now, we're definitely seeing... I can't believe Keyboy ended up getting that Lord. Both retries weren't available. But hey, I mean, that's a win for the side of Onic, right? They're able to utilize an enhanced Lord, keep them at bay. Kind of taking a look at some of the items we do see. Super Marco missing 1 so far, so not too bad. Brody as well. So both marksmen's about to be online. Onic trying not to go home empty-handed.
Definitely not. They want to take us the long haul. They want to keep everybody up late tonight, and I'm okay with it now because Onic is up. And I didn't want to see a sweep. I was getting a little tired, but that's okay. But wait a second, in the top side, Albert taking a little bit too much damage. In trouble. Few gets the killing spree. Kyrie is the next. The Bren effect is online. The switch has been flipped.
Oh, it's not too bad, though. It's not too bad. 2 fall on the side of Onic, but super minions are barreling down onto AP Bren. I mean, it's a good game. It's a good game. Onic clapping back, but AP Bren seems to be winning in the team fight area. They just have to switch it up a little bit and be able to secure some of those neutral objectives. Now, if they can't do that, then Onic's going to constantly keep being on top. Neither base are pierced yet, and I feel like that is going to be a big factor when one team's able to do that. We do see a little bit of a setup here. Maybe that could be the flick of the switch. You can already see that they are zoning lanes so well, Trex.
I will say this is the first time we've been this far in the game, and Onic hasn't been down about 5,000 to 10,000 gold. And they were able to defend before at a huge gold deficit. So I want to say that maybe them being even or close to AP Bren is the advantage. But here's how good AP Bren is. Even in the beginning of this game when they were down in kills, even when it felt like Onic was in control of some of the fights, AP Bren still keeps a solid gold lead. Take us through some of these items, though.
Yeah, taking a look at some of the items here, really what I'm seeing is Fairmiss just now picking up a Divine Glaive, so a little bit of magic piercing definitely going to be happening on the team fights. Again, Brody now has that Wind of Nature versus that Albert does as well. Sold his boots, so Super Marco sold his boots, picked up the Wind Talker, so that could be one of the biggest plays here. I mean, we're 17 minutes in, not super late game, but being able to pick that up right now is huge. Let's see what they're able to do with it here, Tract.
All right, Kyrie gonna start off on the Lord. Let it reset. Altizi, per usual, just feeling the ground out, rolling around. Gonna get position over the Lord here. Super Marco gonna start to unload Keyboy. Testing the waters too. Onic very grouped up here. Sans holding the side, and once again we got the signal. Oh, wait a second, a little bit of damage on a Flap Teasy there. You're gonna be able to chip him back. Someone's got to go up and deal with Ogwin. AP Bren, the Angel backdoor, non-stop, just harassing. God, that's annoying. You gotta feel it for Onic right now.
I mean, if we feel like it's annoying, it's definitely annoying.
Like, someone go deal with Angela again. You know? You as well. You mentioned the Divine Glaive earlier. Here's the thing about the Fermies. In the beginning... Oh, wait a second. A lot of damage. The taunt does lock down. Flap Teasy gets the Heart Guard, but it might not do enough. Colt Altar to try to help seal the deal. But still, Flap Teasy taking a lot of damage. There's the Minoan's Fury. Onic trying to collapse. Albert able to find Super Marco. Sans picking up the kill. Few now on the run. AP Bren for the first time shot back in 3 series. Shooken down. Onic taking control of the Lord Pit, but look at Kyle Teasy, man. Look at him. He's still going to try to go for this. Flap Teasy with him. Is AP Bren going to finally back off? They decide to. Onic going to take the second Lord.
What happened there in our break time? Onic now online. They're putting it to AP. Oh, look at the final slash. I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything, though.
TZ getting some nice chip damage. Kyle T's in a little bit of trouble, getting way too locked up. Finally taken down from the Appraiser's Wrath. San able to pop the black shoes. Onic moving in onto the inhibitor. Lord hasn't even showed up yet, but they're going to break down this base. Onic not trying to go home too early. Got their eyes on the prize here. Lord to make his way down the mid side. Onic ready to fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super surprised with how much damage they're outputting at this point. I think it's just they're utilizing and baiting quite a bit of the utility via AP Bren, but the siege is happening.
Boots moving in for the final slash, able to connect onto one. Oakwind goes down, no heart guard for the team, that means. And now Flap T's in a little bit of trouble as well. Boots finally getting his revenge. Onic getting onto the base, and that is it. It's not match point till Onic says it is.
Onic. Not wanting to leave the stadium empty-handed. Takes one on AP Bren. Man, what a battle. Utilization of the Bashia and the Angela wasn't enough. The Bees have fallen in one match.
All right, so we're going to have another hour to the next game. No, I'm just kidding.
Time to go back to the drawing board, kind of taking a look at some of these highlights that went down. The first blood going on the